Hello, lacrosse friends. Welcome once again to Inside the World of Box Lacrosse on Blue Squatch Productions. I'm Steven Stamp. I am with, as always, Adam Levy. And as always, in the background and popping up from time, hey, there he is, Greg Beecher from Blue Squatch. And we always give Greg credit for doing all the work in the background, but we have to give Charity some credit too. She is back there. You can't hear her, you can't see her, but she is making things happen as we go. And Adam, welcome back to the lacrosse world after you were in San Diego for the weekend, but not to watch lacrosse. What was going on?
Yeah, Nikki and I were part of our 5-year wedding anniversary month celebration. We're trying to scatter events. It was a nice dance party. We went to a little bit of a music festival thing just to let loose. No Preston, no other kids, no other responsibilities, just having fun. So it was a good time. Tried a Westburg recommended brunch spot, which had an incredibly long lineup, but it was very worth it and delicious. Morning Glory in San Diego in Little Italy. Go check it out. No free ads though, but there you go. There's your tease.
I saw the picture of the lineup for that place. Where were you in the lineup?
So we were towards the end of that. I think you can see Nikki for a split second, but they hadn't opened yet, and so once they started to trickle people in, it was about 20-minute wait, which I will say is longer than I like to wait. I don't normally wait in lines, but this was worth it. But yeah, it was great to be back. But I know I missed some incredible games, Stamper, and I know you got to watch them all as they were happening. So take me through them.
Yeah, I mean, I did get to watch some games, and it was a lot of fun. I think the one that everyone was pretty stoked up for, of course, was Buffalo and Saskatchewan, and it didn't disappoint. There were some other really cool things happening. It was a really defensive weekend. I've written about this on IL Indoor that there are 5 games, 10 teams playing, 7 of them scored fewer than 10 goals, and Colorado won with 11 goals. So the only 2 teams that really scored a bunch more, Georgia had 15 and Rochester 14. Everyone else was down. And we're going to take a bit of an in-depth look at Buffalo and Saskatchewan because the defense was spectacular. And it's interesting. You see Derek Keenan post-game, and he was saying, yeah, I thought it'd be a higher scoring game because both teams are so good offensively. But I want to run through one shift, Adam, to show you and show everybody else. One of the reasons why this was happening, and it's good that you're wearing your green hoodie so you can blend in with the turf.
Yeah.
So I want to circle. Let's stop it right there. We already did. Way to go, Greg. I want to go through each player and what they do. And first of all, let's circle Bobby Kidd III. He's in the middle with the white shoes. Oh, there it is. It's on the right. Okay, so as we run.
Yeah, new technology here, everybody. Sorry,
okay, we're working no problem. It's a brand new thing, and we were very excited, but that's going to happen next week. But Bobby Kidd III, watch him. He's in the middle. He's got the bright white shoes on. And watch him. Dehogan Nanticoke is coming in. He's going to cover him, pass him off, and you'll see how he runs this. So let's just let it run. We're probably going to go back and forth a few times. There he's on Nanticoke, picks up Dane Smith. Here he's watching. Chris Cloutier is going to take this shot pretty quickly, pretty early in the shot clock. Bobby Kidd starts to take off. Hold it there for a second. So early in this game, Adam, Buffalo was getting every loose ball. They were winning every loose ball. They got so many offensive resets. It was kind of amazing that it was a tie game because Buffalo was dominating in the offensive zone on that. I believe that after the second commercial break, or in the second commercial break, Derek Keenan, Jimmy Quinlan, and Jeremy Talevi probably all got together and said, get the loose balls, get after those loose balls, box your guys out. Because Bobby Kidd, you can see he's starting to take off. Watch what he does now. Go ahead and run it. He comes back and gets into the scrum for the loose ball. He is ready to go pick that ball up. Now he's going to take off. He's going to take this outlet pass. We'll run it back again. But I love the play there that Kidd goes in. They're fast. They will run. Obviously, Saskatchewan loves to transition. They knew, though, they had to change something in the defensive zone. So, Adam, I'm going to let you comment on that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, from what I did see, and thank goodness that there are NLL Plus extended highlights out there on NLLplus.com, which has been incredibly useful. Yeah, I mean, it was an incredibly gritty game, and I think that that's exactly, what you're pointing out here is that, normally guys, they would just move on up, but, that it does seem like there was an emphasis on trying to keep Buffalo away from having possession or even having any space to shoot. You saw Cloutier right there. Yes, it was a quick shot, but really no space for him to get a good opportunity off. And that was something that we saw throughout the night for Saskatchewan. And actually, I was looking into it. It was the first time since December 29th, 2023 that the Bandits have been held under 10 goals in a game. So
Wow.
that speaks to how successful Saskatchewan was.
When was that game in San Diego? I guess that was the year before in San Diego when Buffalo won 7-6 in overtime on the Priolo goal.
This was it was 9-8 loss to Georgia.
Okay,
The
so that's
7-6
one in
was
San
the
Diego was the year
score.
before, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I love the kid play there. Let's take a look at. Let's go with Graham Hossack, just coming into the restraining line. He's a little behind DeHogan Anticum, number 94 for Saskatchewan. We'll run the play
Matt
again.
Hossack.
What did I say?
Graham.
Oh, yeah, Matt Hossack, who right now may be the better Hossack this year. I don't know.
Yeah,
Okay, he's going to get on Ian McKay. Watch what he does. The shot is taken.
Yep.
Look at his positioning. Perfect position, and watch what he does. He's going to double over Ian McKay. Nothing excessive. Go ahead and run it. He keeps McKay away from getting that ball. I think that's absolutely critical to this play, that he didn't worry about the ball. He worried about the man first.
And then also what's important is that, so often coaches will say to their defense, they say, don't let guys get in the middle of the floor. And you're seeing that they're not only not allowing guys to get middle of the floor, but they're swarming on guys when they even get close. So again, perfect execution by the swarm there, by the rush there. And I think that, again, that exemplified how tenacious they were all night.
Yeah. Let's take a look at Jake Boudreau. We're not going to bother looking at Adam J. He is down here. I'm pointing with my finger, but you all can't really see that. He is the furthest right defender on the screen for Saskatchewan. He's fine. He just doesn't. He's not central to this play because it's kind of away from him. He does get up on the shot. We'll take a quick look at him. He's the one who's actually going to jump right here on Cloutier. So he's doing his part here, getting out, sliding off of McKay, getting on Cloutier, contesting this shot, and then he's just going to kind of stay out to his space. Again, not taking off too early, but he does does a nice job here getting on Cloutier, and then he's just staying between Cloutier and the ball. So he does a nice job. Here he is. He's right in there, ready to be part of it. Doesn't wind up being needed to be part of it. Yeah. But again, there's 5 defenders in a tight little circle.
Yeah. And again, just looking at that play, if you go back to the shot, you can see the massive perimeter that Chiliano has in front of him, that is definitely allowing him to have a better opportunity to see the ball because there's just no one cramming in front of him, which I think is incredibly beneficial. Yeah. I mean, look at the space in front of the crease right there. And then even if you roll it a couple seconds, like, it's still so open in front.
Yeah. The one thing in Buffalo, I feel like it was a bit of a force maybe by Cloutier, but still, I mean, he saw something he liked. Now, let's run it back again, and this time we're going to take a look at Jake Boudreau, who is right there just inside the restraining line by the face-off dot, over covering Dane Smith along the boards. And we're going to watch what Boudreau does on this play. He's going to pick up Smith as we run it, and then he'll pass him off. Grabs DeHogan Antikoke, immediately gets his hand on DeHogan's arm, is right there, and establishes pretty good position on him. As it keeps rolling, he's going to just cover an Antikoke, not ball watching, but being aware. You can see, and he's aware it's happening, and boom, he is right back. That shot comes out. He is headed. He's between his man and the net, the ball. Then he gets between Kyle Buchanan and just takes away, and then he's going to slide down past Chiliano to provide an outlet. But again, just he's not the most involved in the play because of the way the play works out, but he is there in his position doing exactly what he needs to do, not trying to do too much, doing his thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a great example, Stamper, that you picked here of, how things worked out all night. But, I also feel like we got to give credit, and I know that we are praising Saskatchewan, but obviously the Buffalo Bandits defense, outside of Zach Mans, I think I had looked it up and tweeted it out, 3 of 62 on all total shots on the night, which is just incredible. And I think that what's incredible about this Bandits team, and they're proving it now when the going gets tough against these tough opponents, and that includes San Diego, is that they'll win in whatever way they have to, whether that's scoring a bunch of goals or, finding the loose balls, getting, gritty opportunities. They're really just capitalizing on every opportunity they have, which is why they're 9-1, and only the seventh team, Stamper, in NLL history to have a 9-1 or better start. So
wow, that's pretty good. We've got one more defender to go through, so let's do that.
I will just add that the 6 teams before that were 9-1 or better never won. None of them won the NLL championship. So
that's a great nugget. I love that Levi nugget. So we're going to watch one more guy, Connor McClelland. And where is he? He is right there in the middle. He is on, that's not Buchanan, it's left. It's Clay Scanlon that he would be on. So 13, McClelland, white shoes, just above the crease. There he is. He sees Scanlon go behind the net. He's going to follow him, keep an eye on him. He's looking out, sees where everyone is, sees how the play is developing, sees the shot, and takes a look for his man. There, he's got his man. The rebound comes out, and watch McClelland. This is a really key piece. He almost gets beat to it here by the man coming out from behind the net. And Scanlon does get down after this ball, but McClelland crashes down, shoves Scanlon, and that allows this ball to kind of roll into Frank Chiliano as they get after it. It's hard to see the ball and how it comes out of there, but McClelland, the fifth and final piece, and one of the key pieces here, is he just recovers from being lost for a half a step for half a second, crashes in a hurry.
Yeah. And there's go ahead.
I was just gonna say, the one thing I noticed too is that cross check really is like perfectly under the bottom of the stick, just picking it up. I didn't notice this till like the 5th time I was watching this highlight, but he really does get right under that hand. And if like, I've got a way bigger screen that I'm watching it on, but he would have had that loose ball if it wasn't for him coming and getting under the stick with that cross check, not going for the huge hit, but just making sure it was a perfectly placed cross check. I just noticed that. Sorry.
Yeah. And Hossack, and the other thing, Hossack and McClelland both lay those cross checks on the Buffalo players, McKay and Scanlon respectively, but they are down below the number, not down on the hip, but below the numbers or at the bottom of the numbers. They're not getting up high. They do kind of push them over, but not enough to draw a penalty, draw some kind of a loose ball push, which is key, because obviously all this is for naught if you just hand the ball back over. And one of the things, I was thinking as we're watching all this, what a great play, what a great shift for Saskatchewan. The whole game was like this. Saskatchewan played great, and as Adam pointed out, Buffalo still beat them 9-7, because Buffalo's defense is doing equally terrific things. I just thought this shift was so great to watch. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Is this a preview of the finals, do you think? That's my prediction.
Right. It could be. I have to say that Halifax, right now, the way that they're looking, I would say the next most complete team behind these two, right up there with them, I think, really. And then, I would say San Diego could be thrown in there, but I'm a little less sold on them than